This is Dan, and you are watching Trader Chat on Fins TV.
Dan, welcome to the show. And for those who don't know Dan is options educator, and he has a mentorship website called markettaker.com. He's the author of the awesome trading book, Trading Option Greeks. But the reason why I love learning and I trust learning from Dan is he's a 16-year options veteran, and he's been playing on the major leagues CBOE options exchange. So Dan, I like to ask you, how did you get into trading, and why do you love it so much that you stuck around and you're trying to teach everybody how to play this amazing game that you do?
Sure, yeah. Trading. I love it because it's a bottom line business. There's a lot of businesses out there where sometimes it's who you know, or it's putting in your time, or registering with the right clubs or unions or whatever it is. Trading. If you can make money, you can be a good trader, and if you don't, then leave. It's that simple. So it's great. I really love the challenge. It's man versus market, and I love it. That's what I thrive on, and that's what I like my students to thrive on.
Then do you feel like you've gone to the point where you can successfully take money out of the markets, that you strive to try different strategies, or are you pretty comfortable where you are?
Well, here's another great thing about trading too is you can't get comfortable. The market's always changing, and what works today is not going to work 3, 6 months from now. So you always have to adapt. It's a constant challenge, and that's what's great.
Stock investors and traders, a lot of them aren't comfortable with options, even though they're around it all the time. They just stick with their stocks, but options create a lot of opportunities and can actually make their trading a lot more easier if they know how to use it. So what would you say to just general investors and longtime traders who haven't just warmed up to options, where there's a lot of basic things that they can just dabble in and not have to get complex with spreads and stuff?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. If you've always been a stock trader or a futures trader, what have you, and you've never traded options, it's good not to jump in and just start trading them up. And I've seen so many traders get into big trouble doing that. Options are a little different. Stock trading and futures trading, that's what I call linear trading. Goes up, if you're long, you make money, and down, you lose money, and if you're short, just the other way around. It's pretty, it's pretty straightforward, really. But option trading, there are several iterations after that. And if you don't understand some of these things, you're going to get creamed. So, you have to start out slow. And I look at it as there's a 3-step education process. One is you sit down and you read some books and you take some courses from, somebody like me, and you learn the stuff first. Step 2, you paper trade. Don't use real money, because I've seen so many people just say, oh, okay, I think I get it. Yeah, a call is, if it goes up, you make money with the call. Okay, I'm going to buy 100 contracts. And next thing you know, they lose money and they can't figure out why, and they say, oh, these options stink. I never want to trade options ever again. And
But do
they
you
just,
think people should be afraid of options, or do you think there's good opportunity that everybody should at least understand them?
well, options are chock full of opportunity. There's probably more opportunity, and you got to think what that word means. There's probably more opportunity in options than anything. But I have a friend in the business who's a big options proponent, and he always says options are like fire. Okay, you can use them to heat your house or to burn it down. So should you be afraid of options? Yeah, but if you want to expand your reach of opportunities, then you approach them with caution and you learn about them, and then your whole universe of trading expands, and there's so much more you can do.
No, this brings me to a question I want to ask you about leverage ETFs. Stock traders have been going wild over these over the last year or so, with the market going up and down huge, with the volatility going up, and actually a lot of people ended up getting burned because they got so comfortable with it they didn't understand the risk. Now, do you think options are the right way to play it, and these ETFs are just going to fade away?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, in trading, again, I mean, that's what I love about trading is it's all you. You can't say, oh, this guy told me to buy this stock, so it's his fault. No, if you make a trade, you get all the glory and all the, all the other end of the stick too,
That's a good way of putting it.
And, there's a lot of novice traders out there who, they make money and they take the credit and they lose money and they try and look for somebody to blame. It's like, no, I mean, any experienced trader will tell you. Yeah, it's all you, and that's what's beautiful about it. But with these leveraged ETFs, I mean, caveat emptor, man, it's buyer beware. If you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be trading. You have to understand your risk. And that's the beauty of options, is that you can shape your risk. And you can take some really leveraged positions with options if you want to, just like you can with the leveraged ETF, but you can also use them to be more conservative. And you can trade with a lot of leverage and less risk than a leveraged ETF if you're using options and you're smart about it.
And this is the kind of stuff you teach your students depending on what they want.
Yeah, this is definitely what I teach my students, and it's what every single option trader needs to understand. If you don't understand your risk, you shouldn't be in the market.
Can people follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, I am. My Twitter name is it's twitter.com/Dan_Passarelli.
Your instruments around? I was going to ask, what do you play?
I don't have my instrument with me right now. I mean, it's inside. Taking a little break from the action. Sometimes during my breaks I play, but I play bass. Have a Fender Precision. Play that. Have a band.